If China's PHL-16 can really fire 750 kilometers, more than twice the reach of America's HIMARS, does that make it the most powerful rocket artillery in the world, or just the most overhyped? A battlefield at night. In Ukraine, the sky lights up as a HIMARS rocket streaks upward, striking with surgical precision. Half a world away, in Beijing, a massive 8-wheeled vehicle rolls past in a military parade. On its back rests China's pride, the PHL-16, a multiple rocket launcher system the government calls the most powerful of its kind capable, they say, of firing rockets out to 750 kilometers. Two systems, two nations, two very different philosophies. One already battle-tested, reshaping war in Europe. The other hailed as the longest-range rocket artillery in the world, but unproven in combat. So here's the question, does longer range really mean greater power, or is that just another illusion? Let's find out. Few weapons in recent memory have captured the world's attention like the HIMARS, short for High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. On the surface, it doesn't look intimidating, a relatively small truck with 6 launch tubes, but appearances deceive. HIMARS combines 3 things every modern army craves: mobility, precision, and reliability. Armed with GMLRS rockets that fly up to 90 kilometers, HIMARS has already transformed the battlefield in Ukraine. Strikes on Russian ammunition depots, bridges, and command posts have forced Moscow to change tactics, stretching supply lines and reshaping strategy. The system's accuracy is legendary. With a circular error probable of just a few meters, it hits what it aims at every time. And HIMARS isn't standing still. With the ATACMS missile, its reach extends to 300 kilometers. Soon, the new Precision Strike Missile, or PrSM, will push that out to over 500 kilometers, and perhaps, in future versions, to 700. That begins to challenge the very claim that China's PHL-16 has the longest reach in the world. But here's the deeper truth. HIMARS isn't just a weapon, it's a networked system. Guided by GPS, fed with intelligence from drones and satellites, deployed quickly by transport aircraft, and supported by allied logistics. It doesn't just fire rockets, it writes the script of the battle. That's why when soldiers see HIMARS roll onto the field, they don't see a truck, they see a game changer. And then there is the PHL-16. Unveiled with pride during Beijing's grand military parades, this colossal vehicle is more than twice the size of HIMARS. It mounts 2 banks of launch tubes, capable of firing rockets of different calibers. The crown jewel, long-range guided rockets that, according to Chinese sources, can fly 350 to 750 kilometers. On paper, that's astonishing. It would make the PHL-16 the longest-range multiple rocket launcher in the world, far surpassing HIMARS today. It's no wonder Chinese media call it a super rocket artillery, a system that can strike enemies farther than ever before. But let's pause. Because for all its grandeur, the PHL-16 faces 3 challenges. First, weight and mobility. At over 40 tons, it is far heavier and bulkier than HIMARS. Deploying it abroad would be difficult. HIMARS can be flown by a C-130 transport plane. The PHL-16? Almost certainly not. Second, accuracy. Chinese claims about precision exist only in official statements and glossy brochures. Unlike HIMARS, which has proven itself on real battlefields, the PHL-16 has never fired in combat. Its rockets may reach far, but can they hit with precision? That remains unknown. Third, credibility. The PHL-16 has been showcased again and again in parades, but so far it is used only within the People's Liberation Army, in limited numbers, and never in actual war. For now, it is a weapon of display more than a weapon of record. So while China can claim to hold the longest stick, the question is, what good is a stick if no one knows how strong it is when swung? Let's compare directly. Range PHL-16 rockets can, in theory, hit out to 750 kilometers. HIMARS today tops out at 300, but with PrSM, it will soon approach 500 to 700. And unlike the PHL-16's claim, the PrSM will be combat certified by US testing protocols and allied adoption. Accuracy. HIMARS has proven accuracy within meters. The PHL-16? No combat record. No independent verification. Mobility. HIMARS is light, fast, and globally deployable. The PHL-16 is large, heavy, and most likely confined to China's region. Numbers. Hundreds of HIMARS are already fielded by the US and allies across multiple continents. The PHL-16 exists in far smaller numbers confined to the PLA. Combat record. HIMARS has already changed the war in Ukraine. The PHL-16 has yet to fire a shot in anger. So yes, the PHL-16 wins the range contest on paper, but HIMARS wins almost everywhere else and where it matters most, proven results. Consider the battlefield evidence. In 2022 and 2023, Hawaii Mars reshaped Ukraine's war. Ammunition depots once thought safe were obliterated. Command centers were forced to move back. Bridges critical to supply lines were destroyed with pinpoint strikes. Russia's logistics bent under the pressure of precision artillery it could not counter. Now look at China. From 2023 to 2025, the PHL-16 appeared in parades, in military showcases, in news articles. Its range was repeated like a mantra, 750 kilometers, the longest in the world. But beyond the parades, beyond the propaganda silence. No combat test, no operational record, no real demonstration under pressure. Meanwhile, the US Army in 2024 successfully tested the PrSM, firing out to 500 kilometers, with the potential to hit ships at sea as well as land targets. By 2025, these missiles are expected to enter service, making HIMARS not only deadly on land, but also a threat to naval forces. Which story tells us more, the one proven by battlefield results, or the one told on parade avenues? If the PHL-16 really can fire a rocket 750 kilometers with accuracy, then why hasn't China shown it? Why not demonstrate it in live exercises or export it to allies who might test it in conflict zones? Why, in a world where every nation watches every move, do we still only have claims, not evidence? Sometimes silence speaks louder than parades. So where does this leave us? The PHL-16 is, without doubt, an impressive machine. Its range is extraordinary, and if its rockets are as capable as claimed, it would represent a powerful tool in China's arsenal. But range alone doesn't win wars. The HIMARS, on the other hand, has proven itself. It is lighter, more mobile, more accurate, and already in the hands of allies worldwide. Most importantly, it has changed battlefields, not just brochures. And that is the difference. The PHL-16 is a symbol of ambition, a message projected by Beijing. The HIMARS is a symbol of credibility, backed by experience. On today's battlefield, weapons are not judged by how far they might reach, but by how decisively they strike where it matters. And so far, HIMARS is the one that has rewritten the rules of modern war. So what do you think? Is the PHL-16 truly the world's longest-reaching rocket artillery, or is it just another untested illusion? Can range alone ever outweigh precision and combat record? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we uncover the truth behind the weapons shaping the future of global power.